Alright, I just wanted to say that this is our 21st wedding anniversary, and I wanted to talk about how we first met.
Okay.
You want to start?
Well, when I first met my wife, or my wife to be, when I was coming home from church. I believe I was about 24,
24, I think you were.
24 years
Because
old.
I was about 21, so you was about 23, 24.
24. And I just came from church. Was that on Sunday?
Yes, it was a Sunday.
It was on Sunday. Of course, right? Well,
you came from church.
Majority of churches, go to church on Sunday. And so I was coming home from church, and I came home, and my sister introduced me to this lady.
She had invited me to come over. She wanted me to be her prayer partner, which meant we just got together and prayed over our problems or other people's problems. So
I go into the door, and she introduces this lady, and lo and behold, I see this lady, and she was wearing a dress that had a slit on the side. Man, all these emotions started rising up within me, and I was like, "Hi, how you doing?" And I walked out the door, and I went back to church.
I had just become a Christian, so I was still dressing sexy at the time.
Man, I saw her, I lit up. I was like, I had to run.
Yeah, and I was afraid of him because he was so mean to me. He was just so serious and so strict. And well, actually, no. At first, when I would go visit on Wednesdays and Sundays, he would play his guitar. And oh man, I loved to hear him play the guitar. He sounded like angels descended from heaven when he played the guitar. And I remember one particular day he was playing, and everybody just started dancing, and everything was like, wow, this is fun. I didn't know you could dance in church. I mean, it was just so cool. And then one day he opens up the Bible and he reads to me the scripture that I didn't understand. Do you remember? Do you remember the scripture?
I think so.
It was either Jesus is going to fall on you, or the rock is going to fall on you, or you're going to fall on the rock. That's what it was. Either the rock is going to fall on you, or you're going to fall on the rock. And I was like, I don't know what he's saying, but he sounds so spiritual. At the same time, I was afraid of him because he was so serious all the time. And then you remember what finally happened after?
Well, that's when we first met. I didn't see her. I didn't see her for a while after that. I didn't go to the same church as my sister went to, but occasionally I used to see her. And one of the things that, about her, as you know through the videos, is she is very outgoing. She is very. She speaks her mind. She is transparent. And at the time, I was not transparent. I was a very private person, very serious, and so forth, so on. So when I used to see her, she used to go, "How you doing?" And she used to do that to everybody. I was like, "Oh man, I better run again." First time I was scared of myself. I would get in trouble. And then the second time I was scared of her. I was like, oh my goodness. And I ran. So we didn't actually get together or connect, even though we occasionally seen each other for over 2 years, right? About 2 years we were acquainted with each other. We saw each other, but we never really connected.
and you remember how?
Yeah.
Because
so then finally, so we didn't see each other for we didn't.
Well, we
connect.
still saw each
We
other.
saw each other, but we
whenever
didn't
I went
connect.
to visit your sister.
And then there was a group of ladies that my sister used to be with. One was her, and there was another lady that she was that my sister was involved with. And I got it kind of because at the time I was so private. There was this girl or lady that she was also private too. So I got drawn to that. But that is a story of itself because she just ate up my heart and just spit it out. You know, she found another guy and behind my back, and she just tore me up. She was one of those ladies that you didn't know what was she thinking. So when she tore my heart up, then I thought of Charlene. I was like, man, Charlene, there is no guessing with Charlene. You know what she was all about. She wears her emotions on her sleeve.
He was too late because I was dating another guy.
That's true. It was like, oh man.
Because when I found out he was dating my friend, it broke my heart into a million pieces. I was devastated. So this other guy just kept chasing after me. I mean, he was good looking, but he was so immature. But because he broke my heart, I
didn't do it on purpose. This was her own little secret thing she was going through.
But anyway, I started dating this other guy. And it was, I guess it was on the rebound from, you know, him dating my friend. And then he had asked me, you remember? Or was it, did we already break up? Yeah.
Break up? We weren't
no,
together.
the other guy. So I was dating
you broke up with the other guy.
I finally, because this guy was so immature, I was like, you know, I was a divorced woman with a 4-year-old child. 5-year-old child. I didn't need another kid. And I couldn't take it anymore. And I broke up with that other guy.
So I broke up first, but it was too late. And then
I broke up with that guy.
A couple of months later, she broke up with a guy. So we see each other, and I go, well, how's, what's his name? And she goes, oh, we broke up. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
And he had a smile from ear to ear.
I'm so sorry you broke up.
And then since I used to sing in my church, he would hear me sing. So one day he just came up to me and said, because he used to lead the worship for Full Gospel Businessmen, a men's dinner where men from all different religions can just meet together and just fellowship and have a nice dinner. So he was doing the music for that, and I was singing in my church. So he asked me, "Would you like to sing with me?"
Do it.
No. Well, actually, I think you have to invite me to sing in your church.
You would sing by yourself.
And I was
like,
solo.
And you didn't want to do a solo. You said the only one condition is that we sing
with me, because my church had 50 people in it, and I knew them. I didn't know the people in your group, so he said, well, okay, but you have to come twice a week. You have to be dedicated to come here and practice with me twice a week.
Twice a week we practiced, and was awesome.
Oh, it was the best time we ever had.
We laughed.
I never laughed. I hadn't laughed that hard. Yeah,
we had such a fantastic time.
Yeah,
and ever since then that was it. I was on a mission. So 2 years later, we finally started connecting. But I didn't approach her. Then finally, we sang. We had a ball. It was awesome. It was like, oh, we're gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you.
You say to me, you gave me a card saying I'm gonna miss you, and I was like, you don't have to miss me. I'm still right here. and then he got the guts to.
No, then soon afterwards you said,
the
birthday. You said, and then afterwards, a little bit, you said it was my birthday. So she made me some from scratch. She made me some
it was white chocolate and chocolate. It was a white chocolate chip cookie, but the cookie was actually chocolate.
She calls me.
My daughter got
calls
sick.
me, and she says, "I know it's your birthday, and I baked you cookies, but I can't give them to you."
I said, "I just want to let you know." I said, "I just want to let you know I was thinking about you, but I can't. I made I just can't come over because my daughter's sick." And he was like, "Oh no,
oh no,
you don't tell me you baked me cookies
and leave it like that."
So
I jumped on my bike, and she was about 4 miles away. She about 4 miles. We were 4. So I jumped on the bike. And he
couldn't come out because my father was very strict.
Right.
You know, I was living in my father's. It was his house. I had my own apartment, but he was really strict. And he's like, "I don't care. Stand by the window when you see me pass. Just throw them out, and I'll catch them."